the team called the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Saturday, September the 6th. And we're ready for college football action here today, including our coverage of UFC Fight Night from Paris here on the Sports Money Network. Our companion coverage here starts in just 2.5 hours or so as we come to you live from Paris here at the Accor Arena with our main event tonight, Imavov versus Borao here with our big middleweight bout, and also other fights today, including Waters and Patterson, and also we have Tybura and Daliha. You can check out the picks from the guys on First Strike. Get ready for the coverage here in short order. Check out also BB MMA picks. Get ready for the coverage here with us, and I'll be along with the guys as well throughout the afternoon. We'll also have some college football coverage live here. So thanks for joining me here on the show today. Get ready for our companion coverage. All right. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat as we just get started here this morning, and hopefully you had a great day. Thanks for joining us last night in conjunction with Razor Sharp Picks as we had our live companion stream for the Friday night football game with my Los Angeles Chargers. I was singing and dancing and prancing with the
critical notice
guys last night, and they were maybe they were on tilt a little bit. I think a lot of them had the Chiefs, but we had the Chargers. Maybe we were rooting a little bit with our hearts and giving those guys a hard time last night. They were definitely not wanting the Chargers to win, it felt like, but it was a pretty good job for the Chargers to open up with that season opening victory in Brazil last night. Wasn't easy, but it was a decent game, I thought, there for the Chargers to open the season there up with a victory last night over the Chiefs there in Sao Paulo. We had the pick here yesterday as we went with the Chargers on the show yesterday here on the morning steam. So that one started off pretty well. The loss snapped the Chiefs' winning streak there of close games. Chiefs' first 3 drives resulted in 3 punts, and the Chiefs continue to fail against AFC West opponents, 10-21 against the spread over the last 5+ years or so. Chargers looked pretty good in the first half with 13 points, 181 yards, and the Chiefs were just 5 of 14 on third down. So just the Chargers' 4th win over the Chiefs in the last 23 games, but they got the win there last night. College football last night as well. We had a few winners here from the show. We also had Northern Illinois yesterday, plus the points, and they got it done. 11-point loss. Maryland did win. Malik Washington, 254 yards and a couple TDs, but NIU rushed for 180 yards and got the cover there for us yesterday. Hopefully you had it there. I don't know. James Madison game was definitely came down to the wire there and was close. Most people probably got the money there with James Madison. Hopefully you caught me there on Cover the Spread in that one. Maybe some people could have ended up with a push last night, but I think most would have got the win there with James Madison. In that one, the game was tied at 14 after the third quarter, and then Louisville got the last 2 touchdowns, including one from their defense there in the fourth quarter, and JMU kind of couldn't get out of their own way without the penalties there, but we did have James Madison there yesterday to get the money. Also, we did have some winners there with the Win Club, as we had Northwestern over Western Illinois. Definitely got it done there with Northwestern in the 35-point win, laying probably at 31.5 or so maximum there. So pick up the win there. And we had Boise State as a winner with the Win Club, as we said. They go ahead and lay the 30 points there, and they did crush them by 37 points, and it did go over. We had that here on the show yesterday. All right. Got some action coming in and some reports coming in as well from today's action. Houston running back Rashawn Sanford is out for the season. Also, Tulane quarterback Jake Retzlaff, with no former BYU quarterback. He will be the starter in today's game for Tulane. Also, Memphis tight end Jerry Cross. Also, C.J. Smith and running back Greg DeRozier's are questionable today. Let me say hello to some folks in the chat. Maybe we'll recap a few baseball games, but we got to get going, man, on the coverage here this morning. And let's see who's here today. It's going to be Mr. Tomatoes is here. He's happy about the Chargers there today. Joe W., nice to have you. Cash Kane as well in there. Bobby Mack is here, ready to go today. There's Var. He's ready for the action here on Saturday. Robert had the Chargers. Good morning to Twisted today. Jim Deweiger's here. I was singing the song last night. They made me do it. D-Money's here. Jim says Herbert did a good job. Hey, everyone, like this video and subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. Just about set to go here with our preview coverage. So make sure that you are logged in and commenting if you want a chance to win some free selections from me. I'll be giving away a subscription to my picks. I thought we had a pretty good day there. I also have in my picks today UFC full card predictions, so you can catch those over at my Win Club. You can subscribe for just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM at checkout, and you get my picks today for UFC Fight Night from Paris here. NYC Bar says he went 5-1 in baseball. And how about the White Sox in this offense, huh? Terrell said Soto got it done yesterday. He talked about those statistics there for sure. All right, I want to thank everyone here with also the coverage. Oops, there we go. All right, let's just run the commercial. Give me a moment, and then we'll get started.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, thanks, Mike. Great job there. And Let's just get ready for the action here right now. Make sure you're logged in and commenting. You can get those picks. Hey, we did have some winners here in baseball yesterday, including the New York Mets and that win over Cincinnati yesterday. Yeah, we had the Mets there as a favorite with Peterson. Also, we had the over here on the show yesterday. We also had Toronto over New York. They won at 7-1. We had Baltimore here on the show yesterday on the run line. They beat the Dodgers 2-1. There, and also we had Atlanta for a super high roller play there over Tony's picks. We also had over on the happy hour Minnesota and Kansas City game to go under, even though I might have screwed up the description of the handicap there on that show, but nonetheless, we had Texas yesterday here on the morning steam. We had San Francisco as well. We did have a win club winner, San Francisco and St. Louis game to go over, and we had the Athletics over the Angels there yesterday and gave out the over here on the show. We also had the over with Boston and Arizona here on the show. WNBA had some winners over there as well with Atlanta here on the show yesterday as they rocked. We had a win club winner with that game over. We also had the Fever yesterday and the over on the happy hour show. So, all right, there's more WNBA action today, but we will not cover it here. Please check me out over on the 2-3 Zone show with Justin McKelvey and Ron Crawford, and that's where we'll have our WNBA coverage just because of the volume of coverage here today. And hey, how about Karen? How about Philly's Karen? Everybody, we mentioned it last night. Look at taking that ball from that kid. Oh man, Karen, Philly Karen. Oh my God, what happened, Philly Karen? She got her ball. Everybody saw the incident there with Philly Karen, huh? I don't know. Can I even show that? I hope I don't get Mike in trouble. I don't think that matters. I don't think Philly Karen's going to get us in trouble.
Good. And then what about
Let's get ready to go here with the action now with our coverage. We'll go right to college football and get started right away. No time to waste. Here we go. Thanks for everyone coming in. Jim didn't like it. Hello to Mike Humphrey in the chat there, and Nasty Nate. Oh, man, that was a bummer with the Pacheco there yesterday. But got to feel like it might have made a difference there if he was able to be in the Pacheco. Oh, sorry, Nate. I got that wrong. I mean, we know I was talking about Xavier Worthy there off the game early there. Let's see what Nate was saying. You were right about Pacheco. Well, yeah, they definitely didn't get off there yesterday talking about that Chiefs offense. All right, here we go. Let's get going with the action. We had a few more details here. Let's see. I'll keep you posted of some of the injury information coming in here. Gio Lopez is questionable today for Carolina, by the way. All right. I'm ready to rock here. Let's get going on the games here, and hopefully I picked out a few of the right games today. We're not going to be able to cover them all here, but also join me later on here. We'll preview some more action today with the show over on the New House Channel, College Football Preview Show. There at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, leads you right up until kickoff. All right, and also real quick, some news here. The Cleveland Browns and running back Quinshawn Judkins reached agreement on a 4-year, $11.4 million deal earlier this morning. Just coming out here right now, all the news on that one. All right, here we go. I'm going to start it off here with Virginia taking on North Carolina State. Kind of get our coverage going here. I don't know quite where to start with today's card, but Virginia here getting the points from NC State here. 3. Total is 54.5 in this one. For Virginia here, they come in off of a 48-7 win over Coastal Carolina last week. They did cover 18 points. They outgained the Chanticleers by 200 yards. Cavaliers here trying to have a season here. Real quick, we got some steam coming in. We'll keep you posted on everything here. And one game, you know what? We're not even covering this game on the baseball cards. We'll just mention it. Steam coming in here on the Athletics against the Angels. And this one's going to be Angels favored here, but the steam coming in on the A's right now. And the Angels are about minus $1.15 or so. Here, steam to the A's on the road against the Angels. All right. For the Cavs here, they have their junior quarterback. He was a 2-year starter. He played at North Texas. He played at TCU. Under Coach Elliott here, Virginia 15-8 as an underdog with Elliott. Also 9-4 against the spread as a road underdog. Also, the Cavs are 15-8 against the spread in conference games under Coach Elliott. They're also 8-2 against the spread when coming off of a win. I mean, that's what he does. A great coach, and at least spread-wise. For NC State, they beat East Carolina last week, 24-17, but they did not cover. They had East Carolina pass for 383 yards in the game against the Wolfpack. Wolfpack, led by sophomore quarterback and Bailey, had a pretty good year last year, 2,400 yards, did throw 10 interceptions. North Carolina State is a terrible favorite, just 5-14 against the spread in their last 19 games, and the last 3 years, North Carolina State is just 4-11 against the spread as a home favorite. Not great numbers for sure here, but they are attracting the attention of professional handicappers. I'm not sure that I want NC State. These guys don't really cover many numbers. Now, granted, some of those has been as laying a little bit more points than this, but nonetheless, let's see what you guys have in this one today with Virginia and NC State as we get ready for the show. We're just kind of going down some key games here today. Now, NC State is 10-6 against the spread in their last 16 conference games, and NC State has also done pretty well in this series, 5-1 straight up, 4-2 against the spread. Virginia's just 1-4 straight up and against the spread their last 5 trips in here to take on NC State. So maybe that does kind of neutralize NC State's home woes as a favorite and also Virginia's success as a road dog. Let's see if that influences you folks at all in the chat. Eric Acevedo, good morning and hello. Twisted likes the over here. Cash gain on Virginia. Moneyline Bar says Virginia plus, and Robert likes the Wolfpack here. I do too. I'm going to take the Wolfpack here and lay 3 points today against Virginia. I'm going to buck those trends a little bit. I'm usually pretty strong on that, but I think when you look at it, big picture, already proven maybe NC State, one of their successes is against Virginia. So I'll go ahead and take the Wolfpack here in this one. All right, NC State also for Blake. Hello to Blake. Ready to go in Tennessee today. All right. Next up, we've got Connecticut taking on Syracuse here. And Syracuse a favorite in this one by 7. And the total 57 now. This one's gone down for sure. Let me update that. Okay, there we go. And let's see what you guys like here in this one with Syracuse and Connecticut. Syracuse, they were beat up pretty good last week by Tennessee in that 45-26 loss as a 13.5-point dog. They certainly didn't get it done there. Connecticut crushed Central Connecticut 59-13, covering 28.5 points. These two just played back last November, and it was Syracuse winning it 31-24 as a 10.5-point favorite. Now, UConn is certainly a little bit better than last year, it feels like, and it feels also like Syracuse is kind of going back, if you will. here, maybe a little bit. See what you guys have in this one with Connecticut and Syracuse here on Saturday, and I'll make my pick as well. But let's see here. Syracuse last year, those 10 wins, of course, pretty strong, and looks like they can do it maybe 8 or 9 when I look at this schedule here right now. But man, they got to try to go up here against an offense that did pretty well, even though it was against Central Connecticut there. All right, let's see what you guys have here in this one with Syracuse and Connecticut. I think I'll be ready to make my call here in this one. I don't want to go too fast. I want to give everybody a chance in the chat, but we've got so many games to go over here. All right, VAR likes the under here in this one, and Blake says Syracuse minus the points. So does Robert. Also saying Syracuse here. All right, and okay, for me, I'm going to go with the over here in this one now. Let me make sure I get the line right. It's definitely gone down a little bit here, and that's kind of what has me interested. 57 right now, 7 and 57. So give me the over here in this one with Syracuse and Connecticut. I'll take the over. Michigan running back Kuzal is also running back Volker, wide receiver Charleston, quarterback Warren, running back Kaapana are questionable. Tight end Hogan Hansen is probable for Michigan today. All right, we're going to keep it going here right now and get up to Baylor taking on SMU here in this one with SMU favored by 2.5, and the total here is 65. Expecting some fireworks here with Baylor and SMU here on Saturday. For Baylor, they lost at home to Auburn last week, 38-24, as Auburn ran for 307 yards, but Baylor threw for 400 yards. So you can see why those offenses are ready to click again here this week. Baylor, of course, has their quarterback Roberts, and he certainly can put up some strong numbers. Bears had a pretty good season last year after a couple of subpar years. For Aranda here, he is 10-8 as a road dog. Baylor 9-7 against the spread in their last 16 non-conference games. Big Ten did pretty well last. Big 12 did pretty well there last week. SMU, they crushed last week 42-13, coming off back-to-back 11-win seasons for SMU. They got a pretty good quarterback here in Jennings. Of course, SMU lost the ACC title game 34-31 to Clemson last week. Like I was saying about these Big 12 teams last week, they were 5-2 against the spread. So last 2 years, SMU 9-3 against the spread as a home favorite. Under Coach Lashley, SMU is 17-10 against the spread as a favorite overall, but they are 5-10 against the spread in non-conference games. First meeting in 9 years between Baylor and SMU. Let's go to the chat, see what you have in this one. Baylor and over here for Twisted. I can go back a little further here. How does this one not go over? Says Terrell. Baylor for VAR. Cash game liking the over here. Terrell says be a bounce back game for Baylor. They get a little value here because of what happened last week. All right, Oklahoma's injuries are in. McIntyre, tight end McIntyre, wide receiver Gibson, running back Tatum, wide receiver running back Bass, all questionable. Tight end Caden Helms is doubtful for OU in the game against Michigan. All right, I'm going to make my call here on this one between Baylor and SMU. Let's see here. Leanthony Quinones likes Baylor on the money line. Blake says take SMU. Good morning to Jimmy in the chat. Ready to go today. Robert likes SMU and Eater Chronicles. He likes SMU as well. And hello to Jimbo today. Georgia Southern tight end Jackson Long is questionable today. There's David Wallace in the chat. Let me make my call here right now with Baylor and SMU. I'm looking to the side here in this one, and oh man, I like Baylor. Grab these points. I'm taking Baylor today against SMU. All right, Illinois is taking on Duke. How about this one with Illinois favorite here on the road by 3? For Illinois here, they crushed their 1AA opponent last week, 52-3. They have a senior quarterback in Altmaier, been a starter for a couple of years here for Illinois. They were 10-3 last year, so there's some expectations here. Under Coach Bielema, Illinois is 15-4 against the spread on the road. We do have some steam coming in right now. Let's keep you updated. We've got steam in added board game here tonight, this afternoon. We get the show started here. Bethune-Cookman and Miami of Florida. Game total under here. We're seeing some steam on an added board game here right now with Bethune-Cookman and Miami of Florida. Game total moving under 66 here right now in this one between Bethune-Cookman and Miami of Florida. Steam coming in on the under there. All right, continuing on, though, with our stats here. Bielema, like I said, 15-4 against the spread on the road. Got a little more steam here. I want to report. We're going to be going crazy here in a little bit.
Steam play.
It's rolling in, huh? Let's see if I can keep some of these steam plays straight here and keep the show on the tracks here without losing track here a little bit. So for Duke here, they of course got Tulane's quarterback, paid him the money. We talked about it. Duke rolled last week 45-17 as Mensa threw for 389 yards. The former Tulane quarterback. Duke 10-6 against the spread as an underdog over the last 3 years. Coach Manny Diaz in his career 11-3 against the spread as a dog. Duke 13-7 against the spread in non-conference games since 2020. This is the first meeting between these two teams in 25 years here. So let's see what you got here. I'm trying to get the steam together, but I want to keep the show moving as well. What do you have here with Illinois and Duke here today? The comments are piling up in the chat here a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, it's going to be Jerry Jones. He likes Michigan in that game against Oklahoma. VAR likes Illinois in this one. Blake's going to go with Illinois. A lot of Illinois support, man. All Illinois. It looks like here. Mr. Tomatoes says Duke, though, will get it done today. Hello to AOD. Great job last night by AOD in our coverage of Friday Night NFL. Cash Kane likes Duke. Maybe David likes Duke. Nuke says take SMU today. And they're in that game against Baylor. Thank you, Nuke. Sorry to cut that one off there a little bit. All right, I'm going to make my call here between Illinois and Duke. I do have some more. Let's see. I think the Alabama injuries are in. Wide receiver Ryan Williams, running back Miller, tight end Lewis are all questionable today. Isaiah Horton, the wide receiver, is upgraded to probable for Alabama. USC running back Brian Jackson is doubtful. Wide receiver Strahan and their kicker Chittenden are out. All right, Jimbo's on Duke. Eric likes Illinois. Jimmy likes Duke. Eric also liking Virginia there. All right, I'll make my call here in this one. I like Illinois to win against Duke. I'm taking Illinois here on the Morning Steep Show. Oops, what happened to my little double parentheses there? That wasn't good. There we go. Oh, well. And by Max says Duke, they struggled there against Elon. Remember, they had trouble getting going there last week for sure. All right, Ole Miss, we'll take it on Kentucky here in SEC action. How about it? Ole Miss comes in 1-0 after pounding Georgia State last week, 63-7. Look, their new quarterback looked pretty good. Simmons, 341 yards, 20 of 31 passing. You got for Lane Kiffin, 10-5 against the spread as a road favorite, although Ole Miss just 17-22 against the spread in conference games. Here comes UCLA's injuries tonight. Carter Shaw, the wide receiver, questionable. Rico Flores, he's out with an ACL injury. The wide receiver room a little bit decimated here for UCLA tonight. For Kentucky, they beat Toledo 24-16, despite getting outgained 329-305 last week. Do have a veteran quarterback, does the Wildcats in Calzada. He started at Texas A&M, then was with Auburn, then went down to Incarnate Word for the last 3 years. So definitely got a veteran quarterback in there for Kentucky here. Kentucky is 7-3 against the spread their last 10 games as a home underdog. Will Mississippi come in here and blast them in this one? I'm showing Ole Miss favored here by 10, and the total 50. In fact, the spread's down to 9. And maybe even seeing some 49s out there. But let's call it 9-50 here right now with Ole Miss favored in this one. I want to see what you guys have here. We'll go to the chat. I'll cover a few more details of this one. Ole Miss has won 7 of the last 10 between the two teams. Ole Miss is visiting Lexington here for the first time since 2020. Wildcats have to avoid the turnovers here. That's been their big bugaboo, it feels like. All right, I'm into the chat here now to see what you guys have. And it's going to be Blake on Kentucky today. Var likes Ole Miss. Eric likes Ole Miss as well. Jimmy's on Miss. A lot of Ole Miss here. Kentucky 4 twisted. Maybe the under as well. James Parham is here today. He likes Kentucky here in this one. All right, we'll see Ole Miss here also for Eric. Jim Duweiger likes Kentucky. Nate's ready for the baseball action already, but he might like Ole Miss plus the points in this one. All right. I better make my call here in the game between Kentucky and Ole Miss. Man, kind of like Kentucky to get it done here at home, plus those points. Let's see here. Mike Humphreys on the Wildcats here as well. All right. Give me the Wildcats here. I'm going to take Kentucky today, plus the points at home against Ole Miss. Jimbo says the Sharps are on Kentucky. Robert's on Kentucky as well. I thought I was going to be on an island here.
Final.
Great. Okay, we'll run down a few more here. How about a good game here between Fresno State and Oregon State? Fresno State comes in here on the road, 1-1 already so far.
Final.
This season for Fresno State. They got a new coach this year. Came in from North Dakota State. Of course, won 2 national titles. Of course, Fresno State with a highly touted quarterback and E.J. Warner. Basically almost 3 years of experience with Temple and with Rice. Fresno's been a terrific road underdog. 12-6 against the spread on the road. Also 15-8 against the spread. Last 24 games as a dog for Fresno State. Fresno State ran for just 37 yards against Kansas, but then bounced back by rushing for 351 yards against Georgia Southern. Last week, the Mountain West went 8-4 against the spread. For Oregon State here, they lost at home to Cal last week as the Bears outgained them 350 to 313. And for Oregon State, of course, their quarterback came from Duke. It's funny how all these quarterbacks are, move all over the place and coming from some of these teams we've mentioned here already. Of course, the Beavers are kind of an independent. They don't even have a conference right now. Oregon State just 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 games overall. The widely reported steam did come in on Oregon State here. Right now, Oregon State favored in this game by, I want to say it's still 3 here right now, but no, it's going down here. In fact, I'm showing sharp movement here. Boy, down to 1.5 right now. And the total 46.5. So we're seeing movement here this morning on Fresno State here in this one. Wow. Kind of stealing my thunder. All right, go to the chat. I like Fresno State, so I don't think I'm going to change my mind here at this point. No matter what I see from you guys, give me Fresno State. Now that line's moved. Can't even get a field goal anymore. No wonder it's my pre-play here on the Morning Steam Show. NYC Bar likes Fresno State on the money line. So does Twisted, but Blake says take Oregon State. There's sports money in the chat. I'll be joining him and the crew at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for our UFC coverage. There, Jimmy likes Fresno in this one as well. A lot of Fresno support. Chargers got that win. I embarrassed myself, and we had a good time. That's all that mattered. I'll take the Bulldogs here in this one. All right, next up. Well, we kind of go with, whoops, let me fix that line. We got to go with this one with North Carolina. We kind of talk North Carolina football. Maybe they were 130-point favorites before. This one's been the biggest mover of the week. It was kind of runaway spread here a little bit with North Carolina today after the awkward performance there to open the season. Did not look great. Of course, everybody making fun of it because they scored the first touchdown, ended up getting blown out. And today they're favored here now by 14, and the total is 49. Let's update that and call it 14. There we go. I think we got it here. Got a little bit of injury report that was coming in here earlier. North Carolina offensive lineman Blasky, he's out today. And, of course, we're waiting. Gio Lopez, he is probable now. We said we weren't sure there, but looks like Lopez will be able to get the start here today for North Carolina. All right, and we'll see what you have in this one with UNC here on the road. I want to know what you guys have in this one. For Carolina, it was a big opening game disaster here for sure, especially for Coach Belichick. After that opening drive, the Tar Heels were outgained by 400 yards. Basically, here we go. So that's what happens when you got a school like North Carolina. For whatever reason, they just could not get on track with their new coach and their new coaching staff. So for Charlotte, they were handled by Appalachian State big time last week in that one, and they do get North Carolina here at home, playing on short rest. The line opened 19. Some even had it as high as 22.5 in the look-ahead lines. All right, I think I want to hear from you guys now with this one between North Carolina and Charlotte. Looks like the value's out the window here a little bit with Charlotte. So just a little bit late to the boat here a little bit with this one because of the big line move and everything. So I still think Charlotte might hang in there right now. I don't want to be that guy that because I've been one to talk up Coach Belichick, of course, but it does feel like it's going to be a disaster. It feels like all year long for North Carolina. If they can turn around, I would be totally surprised. Maybe against a team like Charlotte, they should be able to overwhelm. But you heard all the talk after the game. Mostly it felt like excuses. We've got all these new players, and they couldn't mesh together. Every other team's got a bunch of new players too. So, all right, we'll see what happens here. We're on to Charlotte, quote unquote, right? Where the 49ers have won that game 34-11 against Appalachian State, although they did give up a bunch of yards. For Coach Albin here, 15-5 against the spread in his career in home games and 6-0 against the spread when they are dogs. So I'm on Charlotte here. Give me Charlotte. No value, I guess, when you're talking about one of the biggest moves of the week of nearly a touchdown, but just not going to be a part of this right now with this North Carolina situation. All right, here we go. Robert liked over in the Fresno game. Barr likes Carolina to win it on the money line. UNC can't even make their schedule right. Public Enemy likes the Duke game to go under. Jermaine likes the under here in this one. And let's see here. Blake says lay it with Carolina. I want to say hello to Paul Romero there today. He wants to get involved with the SZN. I don't know his promo code there. I know you can get over there anyways. If it ain't foreign, it's boring, says the games aren't that great today. Yeah, we're just kind of brushing over some of these. We're about ready to go to the baseball here soon enough. Robert says Tar Heels -7 for the first half. We're not going to belittle it. I mean, we're here to talk college football, but we got a big schedule, a lot of games today. There'll be better games, I guess. All right, I made my call there, so let's move on. Boston College on the road taking on Michigan State. Boston College rolled last week against a 1AA opponent, 66-10. Passed for 450 yards in that one. With Lonergan, the former backup at Alabama, he's now at Boston College, taking over for Castellanos. Coach O'Brien is 10-5 against the spread in his career as an underdog. The Eagles are one of the best underdogs in the country, actually going 35-21 against the spread over the last 8 years. As a dog, last 3 years, the ACC has struggled in non-conference games, just going 4-10. Against the spread. Michigan State here beat Western Michigan 23-6 last week as a 22-point favorite. Got a veteran quarterback in Childs, basically a year's worth of experience. Michigan State has failed 5 straight games as a home favorite, but they're kind of laying a pretty short number here. Probably just take Michigan State. They are 9-4 against the spread. Their last 13 non-league games. The Big Ten struggled last week, going just 3-11 against the spread. Wow. So, man, I still want to take Michigan State here today. Current line, what is it? Let's make sure it's 3.5 at least. It is 3.5, 46. I'm going to take Michigan State here against Boston College. I'll go to the chat and see what you have. I made my pick first here. And Terrell says that North Carolina have a sub 500 spread record because they'll still be a public team, I think is what he's saying there. NYC Bar likes the over here in this one. Cash Gain, Michigan State Moneyline, and Blake says go over. I'll take Michigan State. All right, we got a few more games here to cover on the morning steam, and we go to Michigan and Oklahoma in the game of the night. I think that's fair to say here with Michigan on the road. They're going to be an underdog when they go here to Norman. Current line is 5.5. Well, call it 5, and the total's definitely dropped here to 44. 5 and 44, yeah, I think that's what we're looking at here. There we go. Michigan, of course, they were 34 points last week, which might have been okay if they would have shut out New Mexico, but it was only 34-17. New Mexico got the money last week. We were on New Mexico last week. They have a freshman quarterback who did throw for 250 yards in Underwood. Michigan, hey, they're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 chances as a road underdog. Of course, that's only been probably an average of once a year. They're only underdogs 5 times in the last 5 years, basically. Last 3 years, Michigan 5-8 against the spread in non-conference games. Oklahoma comes in off of a 35-3 victory over their 1AA opponent last week, and their quarterback Matter comes in from Missouri, where he was a starter last season. Under Coach Venables, Oklahoma's 11-5 against the spread in their last 16 games as a home favorite. Also, Oklahoma's 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 non-conference games. Let's see what you have here in this one with Michigan taking on Oklahoma today. Let's go to the chat, see what you have here. All right, it's going to be, let's see. Oh, Jimmy was on Boston College there back in that other game. Mr. Tomatoes likes Duke and Baylor in a parlay. Nuke likes Michigan State there in that other game. There's Cash Kane likes Oklahoma. Blake is on Michigan. NYC Bar likes Michigan here. Twisted says Oklahoma in the points. Maybe it'll go under. Jimmy likes Michigan. Nuke likes Michigan. Robert's on the Sooners here today. All right, I got to make my call here in this one, and I'm on the Oklahoma Sooners. Minus 5.5. I'll take OU here in this one. Twisted says, yes, okay, Twisted is laying 5 points. We know. All right, couple more here, and that'll be it. I'm talking next up, UCLA on the road taking on UNLV. UCLA is down to a 2-point favorite, even 1.5. Man, the move here is on UNLV, it feels like, today with UCLA favored in this one on the road. Let's see what you guys think between these two. UCLA, of course, got throttled last week by Utah, 43-10 at home, as Utah had nearly 500 yards of total offense, and the Bruins could only manage 220. Nico Iamalava for UCLA, not a great game, but they were up against, I don't want to say a overwhelming opponent, but certainly they did the job there. UCLA 6-3 against the spread, last 9 as a road favorite, although UCLA was 0-2 against the spread last year as a favorite. Last 10 years, Bruins 10-21 against the spread in non-conference games. For UNLV, they did win over a 1AA team last week, 38-31. They also beat Sam Houston 38-21 to go to 2-0 so far. So a little bit of a contrast here for sure. Of course, their quarterback, Calandria, comes in here from Virginia last season. The Rebels dominated last week, outgained Sam Houston 400 to 330. Man, a lot of added board steam. I'm having trouble keeping up. Let me get some of these plays for the added board. Bucknell and Marist, game total 2 go over. Steam coming in here with Bucknell and Marist from 51.5 up to 52.5, 53.5 right now. Bucknell and Marist, steam to the over in that one. Also, Delaware State taking the steam. We know Delaware State, hey, they got a high-profile coach, so to speak, in Deshaun Jackson of Delaware State, taking the steam here right now. Down south of, I think they're plus 12 here right now. Steam came in on Delaware State against Albany. Also, steam coming in here early in Howard and Temple. Steam to the over in this one. It was 46.5. We're looking at 47.5 right now here with Howard and Temple. That steam coming in on the over on the added board.
System play.
Also, let's see here. We just mentioned, Georgia is taking some steam here in their contest with Austin P. Georgia was a 47.5 point favorite, but looks like it's going to go up to 49 here against Austin P. Steam coming in on Georgia. All right. Let me finish my graphic there. Give me what you have here in this one. UCLA taking on UNLV. I got to make my call here in this one. I'm going to go to the total for sure. So let's see what you guys have in the chat. All right, here we go with some picks. Cash gains on UCLA, bars on UCLA, Blake's on UCLA. A lot of UCLA here, huh? No, Blake's on UNLV. Sorry about that. Robert McCormick on the over in this one. Cash gain liking the over. Jimmy likes the over as well. And so does Twisted. It leans to the over here. All right, and for me, I've got the under actually in this one between UCLA and UNLV. All right, and Blake says Austin P is not going to score against Georgia. That's why the spread's 49. It'll be 49-0 final score. All right, and Nuke likes the Bruins. All right, I got one more, I guess, here in college football today, and it's in the late game between San Diego State taking on Washington State. I'm not a believer, and I got burned last week. I was trying to tell people, watch out. San Diego State, they could lose to Stony Brook. They ran all over Stony Brook, 42-0. So I had that one wrong. Way wrong. All right, Washington State is the favorite here by 1.5. And the total is way down here too. I say way down. It was 47. There we go. Let's see what you guys have in this one. If you guys want to make any request on any other game, go ahead and do it right now. I know we skipped a few that are high profile, but again, catch me on the show over on the Nuke the House channel with the college football preview. We'll have a few of those key matchups like Iowa and Iowa State over there. So all right. For San Diego State, they've got Denegal in there at quarterback. Hey, San Diego State, they've got two good quarterbacks, but Denegal's the guy they're going with, former Michigan quarterback here. Coach Lewis, of course, 12-17 against the spread as a home, as a favorite. Got some steam coming in here right now with East Texas A&M taking the points against Florida State. Steam is coming in on East Texas A&M. They were 44.5. It's going to be down here maybe as low as 42.5 here. East Texas A&M taking the steam against Florida State. All right, San Diego State 5-9 against the spread in their last 14 non-conference games. Mountain West did pretty well last week, 8-4 against the spread. Washington State beat Idaho just 13-10 last week. There were only 430 yards of total offense in that game. Washington State had only 3 rushing yards the entire game. So Potter, their quarterback, was 23 of 30 for 208 yards in his debut. And, of course, they've got Coach Rogers coming in from South Dakota State here. Does Washington State. Washington State 14-10 against the spread last 24 when coming off of a win last year. Washington State won this game 29-26, but San Diego State was a 14-point favorite that last year. Aztecs outgained them 400-370, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. All right, UMass is taking some steam here just now, coming out, getting word that UMass is laying 14.5 to Bryant, but it's going to go up to 16 here. UMass taking the steam against Bryant here on the show. All right, San Diego State and Washington State. I've got this one to go over big time here. I like the over. I think this one will get into the 50s here today. It's already kind of gone, let's see. Yeah, so it's gone up here a little bit, but I like it under. I like it over here, San Diego State and Washington State.
Steam play.
All right, a little more steam coming in to keep it going on the added board. We already mentioned Howard and Temple steam to the over, but Temple's getting steamed right now from 27-28 in that game against Howard. So the steam was on Temple, the steam was on the over. All right, let's see here. Ohio Moneyline for Cash Kane. Zoe's on Washington State. Barr likes the under here. Terrell says beating up on Stony Brook was like beating up on a community college team. Hey, my community college team won 64-0 last week. How about that? Robert McCormick likes the under, and Jimmy likes Aztecs. Yeah, my community college team won the national championship in 2005. It's a mythical national championship in community college football. But all right, that's going to do it for the college football segment. Thanks a lot, everybody. Let's keep it rolling here on the show and make it a quick one. With the baseball coverage, we've almost got to preview every game with the criteria that I've set forth, right? And what we're looking for in our close games. But oh man, we've got more steam coming in. Let's see if I can keep up here and get us some good steam action here. I know you guys love it. I love it too. Gardner Webb and Georgia Tech. We're seeing some steam here to the over in this one with Gardner Webb and Georgia Tech. It was 58.5. We could be up to 60 here right now. Steam to the over with Gardner Webb and Georgia Tech on the added board today. Also, Wake Forest taking some steam here on the added board this morning. Wake Forest was an 18.5 point favorite against Western Carolina, and they're up to 20 here right now, maybe 20.5. Wake Forest taking the steam against Western Carolina Catamounts. All right, I think that does it here. Maybe we can get a few more of these steam plays here, but I think that might be it for now. We'll get more for sure. Bucknell took the steam a short time ago. They opened as low as 7.5, but now they're an 11-point favorite on the road in that game against Marist. We mentioned the team that the total went over, and now Bucknell got steamed as well. Tennessee Tech got steamed in their matchup with Chattanooga. Tennessee Tech was a 2.5 point favorite. They're up to 3.5 here with Tennessee Tech. Buffalo is taking some steam here right now. The Buffalo Bison, that is, taking some steam here. They're a massive 37-point favorite against St. Francis. Now they're 38 or more. Buffalo just took the steam here in this one against St. Francis just a few moments ago. All right, we're going to go to the baseball here right now, and not much handicaps today, guys and ladies. Probably just the picks, it feels like here. So let's get to it. Toronto. Well, God, I can't help myself. We got to give out a few statistics here just to keep me sane. Can't just go. Yeah, we can. All right. Blue Jays yesterday got it done against the Yankees, man. Great job by the Blue Jays. And they keep stretching that lead with their second consecutive win here right now. The Yankees, yeah, they're still hanging on there in the wild card, and they've still won 8 of their last 11 overall coming to this one for got a little more steam coming in. I got to check it out. Lindenwood and Appalachian State steam to the over here in this one with Lindenwood and App State here today. It was 53, but now we're looking at 54 with Lindenwood and Appalachian State. Also, New Haven and Mercyhurst steam to the over here. It was 50.5, but now we're up to 51.5. Steam to the over here with New Haven and Mercyhurst. How about New Haven? On the board now, huh? Okay, so here we go for the Blue Jays here and Bassett, 4.1 ERA. Going up against Luis Gil, 6 starts so far, 3.6 ERA for Gil. The widely reported steam did come in here on the over in this game. And current total here is 10. 10. It's up 10, and might as well after what we saw there. Also, Yankees 130. I'll call it Yankees 135, and the total is 10 flat. Wow, big number here. All right, see what you guys have in this one. We'll kind of rattle off some of the trends here for the two teams, and then get your play. Toronto's won 7 of their last 8 overall against the Yankees here coming into this one. Yankees have won 4 of their last 5 at home. They've won 9 of their last 12 games overall coming in. I know a lot of, man, that total has gone up big time there. Is it really going to go to 10 today with these offenses? Yankees have gone over in 14 of their last 20 against Toronto. They've also gone over in 14 of their last 19 overall. Toronto's gone over in 5 of their last 6 and 12 of their last, or 10 of their last 12 overall. So, well, all right, I'll just go over. I mean, I've heard enough with some of these trends. I'll just have to suck it up here and go over 10. Here we go. Let's see here. And there is, let's see here. Oh, there's Terrell. He went to Southwestern College. I did football announcing for Southwestern College for 5 seasons just recently, probably from through the pandemic. I want to say 2017 to 2022, 2018, whatever it was. Yankees run line for Barr. Cash Kane says Blue Jays money line, Yankees first 5. Twisted here with his baseball plays: Milwaukee, Baltimore, Houston, and Boston. Thank you, Twisted. Jimmy's got the over. Robert's got the over as well. So I think we're on the right side there. Cash Kane says Yankees used up some of the bullpen there yesterday. You bet they did, huh? Robert says the Jays. Nuke is on the Jays. The Jays try to keep it going here today. There's AOD. Thank you for being here today, AOD. That's going to do it. I'm taking the over in that one. We're working quickly here today. Next up, the Nationals are taking on the Cubs with Brad Lord on the mound here for Washington. 4.34 ERA, 304 BABIP for Boyd. 12-7 record, 2.94 ERA, 106 WHIP, 230 batting average against.
Steam play.
Getting some steam coming in here right now. In the added board, it's on Wagner. They were getting 19.5 from Georgetown early on, but now this one's all the way down to 17 here with Wagner taking the steam against Georgetown. Could even go to 16.5. Nats for Twisted. Cash Kane likes the Nationals here on the run line today. Washington comes in having dropped 9 of their last 12. They're 2-11 against the Cubs overall. This one almost didn't make it because of, in fact, I don't even have a graphic for it. This one was one that I was actually going to leave off. I think I have actually started the preview a little bit prematurely because of this is such a one side. This is one I left off because it was such a big line, and here I am all of a sudden stuck. So talking about it. Cubs have won 6 of the last 7 against Washington. They've won 6 of their last 8 games at home. Coming in, Cubs have won 5 of their last 7 overall. Why wouldn't they beat these guys here today and cover this run line? I guess I'm stuck on the Cubs here today, and I'll just take them to cover the run line today against Washington at home. All right. I didn't even mean to cover that game. Cubs run line for Barr. Roberts on the under here. Let me keep it going with the games I was going to talk about with Philadelphia taking on Miami in this one. You got Luzardo going up against Alcantara. Here in this one for Luzardo. Comes in here with a 12-6 record, 4.05 ERA. Sandy's 8-11 with a 5.66 ERA coming in. Philadelphia's won 6 of their last 8. Miami's dropped 4 of their last 5 coming into this one. See what you guys like with Philadelphia and Miami today. Miami's gone over in 7 of their last 10. 8 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Philadelphia, pretty big favorite on the road, $1.55 here. And I can only look at one way here. I like the under. I feel like that's my premium, but Hey, so many games, I don't even know what a premium is today. I like the under here with Philadelphia and Miami. NYC bar like Phillies there. I think, let's see, Robert's on the under in the Cubs game there. Cash Cane might have been over. Robert going over here in this one with Philadelphia and Miami. I'm on the under. Jimmy's with me maybe here in this one. All right. We skipped the White Sox. Let me see if I have the we skipped the White Sox and Detroit today, but I can't help myself. I'm going to make the play here. I've got the under with the White Sox and Detroit. Current line is, might be down to 7. So 7 over 20 in that game. Detroit a $3 favorite. Give me under 7. White Sox and Detroit. No graphic, no preview. Here we go. Mets on the road. They got it done yesterday, 5-4. They Cincinnati loaded the bases with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning, but the Mets got out of it, got the win there on the road, and now they have Tong going here in this one. Tong comes in 1 start, 1.8 ERA, but a 3.53 BABIP for Singer, 12-9 record. Reds are 16-11 with Singer on the mound. They're also 8-17 to the under with Singer on the mound. 4.08 ERA, 2.94 BABIP, but man, that's a lot of unders for a guy with a 4 ERA. Mets have won 5 of their last 7. Cincinnati's dropped 8 of their last 10. So maybe that's why, huh? What do you guys have here in this one? I know what I got to take the New York Mets again. Even with Tong, I want to say that Singer, that he's maybe an equalizer here right now, but the Mets are just hitting too well over the last month, nearly 300 batting average. So I got to take the Mets here again on Saturday. All right, let's see here. Twisted said Sandy just scares me off and under in that game against Philadelphia. And Mets for Robert here. Also, maybe the over for Robert. Hey, that St. Francis and Buffalo game that we talked about, there's some steam coming in on the under. So, man, you got to thread the needle in that one. Buffalo was a 38-point favorite. They got steamed, right, up to 38. And now the steam's coming in on the under at 50. It's down to 49. Man, what's the score going to be here? 44-14? That would be, 44-14. 44 is a hard number to get. How about 45-14? 42-14 or 45-14? That is going to be the score of the Buffalo St. Francis game. Either 42-14 or 45-14. Let's see how that goes. I'll say that's going to come right in there on the line. Maybe Buffalo gets some money, so let's call it, that's only 31. So it's got to actually be 49. Well, okay, 48-10. No, that's 58 points. That's not going to work.
Play.
42-14. That's only 28. Okay, well, whatever. All right, Jimbo's on the Mets. And I'm on the Mets as well. Let's keep it going here right now. I maybe have lost my mind. Buffalo, the Brewers here on the road with Woodruff. He's going up against the Pirates and Keller, and big favorite here, of course, with these Brewers continuing to look pretty sharp here right now. They're only $1.35 today. Could it be a bit of a discount on these Brewers at this point? Total here is 8. That's a pretty big discount. Man, all the way down to $1.35. Probably because Christian Yelich is questionable here for this game today, so that's got to be a little bit of a factor. Seeing some steam here right now. Jackson State and Southern Miss steam to the over in this added board game with Jacksonville State and Southern Miss. It was 52.5. Call it 54 right now. Steam to the over. Jackson State and Southern Miss. Pittsburgh's won 7 of their last 8 games at home. They've won 11 of their last 15 overall, but Milwaukee's won 6 straight games against Pittsburgh coming in. So let's see what you have in this one with Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. Go to the chat here.
Steam play.
How about all this great steam, huh? Lafayette and Stonehill. We're seeing some steam here to the over with Lafayette and Stonehill. It was 41.5. We're up to 43 here, it looks like, with Lafayette and Stonehill. Steam to the over here on the Morning Steam Show. All right. VAR likes the Brewers. Jimmy has the under. Fernando says the Pirates can keep it close in this one. I think I'm going to look to the total here today, and I've got the over with Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. Give me the over in this one. Fernando's going to take the Brewers tomorrow. Irish King says Brewers first 5 on the money line, on the run line there. All right, I got to keep it rocking here right now with the Guardians taking on the Rays. I guess we can include this one. Man, it was close. We're just talking about every game here, but this one, you got 2 teams out of the playoff picture right now, trying to fight, not in the picture, but in the playoff race. They're not in, but they're coming, right? We've seen right now. Guardians here won 6 of their last 10. Rays have won 7 of their last 10. They're both about 2.5 games in back of Seattle right now in this American League chase. Getting pretty wild here, it feels like. For the Guardians here, they've got Tanner Bybee. Let's put it in there. I think all those pitching changes yesterday had my head spinning. New Haven is getting steamed right now. We just mentioned that total in that game going up. New Haven is taking the steam. They were a plus 11.5. They're down to plus 10.5 here. New Haven, newest entry on the betting board this season, taking the steam here right now. Welcome to the betting board. All right, for Bybee here, comes in with a 4.77 ERA, a 9-11 record. Bybee's 9-11 in 27 starts. Cleveland's gone 14-13 with Bybee on the mound. Boz, he's 9-11 in 27 starts. Tampa Bay is 14-13 with him on the mound. These guys have such identical numbers. It is uncanny here in this one. So why would Tampa Bay be favored in the game just because they're at home? Maybe they're a little bit hotter. Cleveland has dropped 4 of their last 6. Tampa Bay has won 6 of their last 7 at home and 7 of their last 8 overall. Let's see what you have here with Cleveland taking on Tampa Bay. I'm going with the over in this one with Cleveland and Tampa Bay. Case closed. We're moving quickly here. Robert was on the Guardians there. It's Twisted says, got to stay off this one, but maybe the over. Yep, because Baz would give it up. I'm going over. I'm going over with Irish King. Anteater Chronicles likes DeGrom to go over in his strikeouts in that game against Houston today. Twisted went with Milwaukee on the money line here. Thank you, Twisted. I think I like that. All right, next up, the Dodgers are on the road, and are they really only minus $1.40 here right now? Well, I guess so, because they can't win a game. Got some steam coming in right now. North Carolina Central against Old Dominion on the road here. North Carolina Central and Old Dominion steam to the under here in this one with NC Central and Old Dominion. It's going to go down here to 50 in this one with NC Central and Old Dominion. Total down here to 50 on the Morning Steam Show. Lots of steam today, and the steam did pretty good last week in the added board games. I'm sure you guys that are keeping track may have noticed. All right, Dodgers here on the road. Feels like a pretty cheap price, but the Dodgers are struggling. The Orioles are getting a few things done here. Dodgers $1.40, 8 under 15, even some 7.5. This one has been a huge dropper for sure. Call it 7.5 over 20 maybe right now. How about that? Dodgers on the road here. And go ahead, we'll see what you guys got in this one. But man, if you like discounts here, well, this really hasn't moved that much, just a low number because the Dodgers are struggling here, and the Orioles have had some good success here right now. Orioles are 5-1 in their last 6 games overall. Dodgers have dropped 6 of their last 7, and you got a pitcher like Rogers in here for the Orioles with real solid numbers. 1.39 ERA coming in, a 0.81 whip. So I got to go under here in this one with the Dodgers and the Orioles in this good pitching matchup. But boy, feels like you could be taking. I don't know. I don't want the Dodgers necessarily. Man, the Padres just cannot take advantage of this situation right now. So oh well, I'll take the under here in this one, but. See what you guys have in the chat, if anything, on this game. Sorry to keep moving quickly here today, but hopefully having a great time here on the morning steam. If any foreign sports, let's take the Blue Hens against the Colorado today, plus 24. Jimmy likes Baltimore on the run line. Good morning to Flea Mathis today. Bobby Mack likes the under here in this one. Cash Kane is on the over. SF Niner is here. Oh man, SF Niner got banned. Oh no. What'd you do, SF Niner? Was it on one of the, wasn't here, was it? SF Niner says Dodgers lose, Giants win.
System play.
I don't know what happened, SF Niner. Well, I know that you like to mix it up a little bit with everyone in the chat. We don't, and that's it. Maybe that was it. I don't know. I didn't do it, so. But I know that I've had to even put mute on you once in a while. So just be cool with everyone. It's only sports betting. It's not that big of a deal. All right, Twisted says Baltimore Moneyline. Rogers been incredible. Hasn't he been incredible? 172 batting average against. So, all right, give me the under, though, in that one. Hope the Dodgers lose. I'm previewing them all. Oh no. Got banned from YouTube. This isn't an adult site. How does that happen? All right. Under for Twisted. Next up, Giants on the road, taking on the Cardinals here. Verlander and Palante. In this one, Verlander, 3-10 record. How do you get banned from YouTube? Verlander, 3-10 record, 4.36 ERA. Palante, 5.38. ERA. I never thought the Giants would turn it around with as bad as that slump, that offensive slump that this team had. I never thought they would come back here a little bit. Steam coming in right now. We mentioned that Old Dominion game, and the total moved to the under. Now Old Dominion is taking steam here. They were 18.5. They're now 19.5. Old Dominion taking the steam here in this one against North Carolina Central. All right, Giants here taking on the Cards in this one. Man, they think, why wouldn't this one go over with these pitchers here right now? And also the fact that Giants have gone over in 6 of their last 7, 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over. 5 straight meetings between the two have gone over here in St. Louis. So I'm just going to go over here in this one with the Giants and the Cards. All right, let's see here. Var likes the Giants, and SF Niner says this is why they got Devers, and he was kind of the one taking the heat there early on, but he's going to come through. Yeah, Devers is raking right now, so if it ain't born, it's born. You guys are spot on. Irish King likes the over here in this one. All right, let's keep it going here right now on the morning steam. San Francisco run line and money line for Mike Humphrey today. now with Minnesota. This one made the cut. They all kind of made the cut, I guess. We're just going quickly here with Minnesota on the road with Joe Ryan. He's got a $1.20 favorite here. The total, it's down to about 8, I think. Yeah, 8 flat, maybe even 8 under here right now in this one. So it's definitely moved down here, almost a full half a run. And maybe with Minnesota taking the move here because they got Joe Ryan on the mound. I mean, he's pretty much the man here, still dealing right now with a 2.9 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, 210 batting average against for Kolek here. 15 starts, ERA of 4, 2.87. I'm sorry, a 287 BABIP for Kolek. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with Minnesota and Kansas City. Minnesota's dropped 5 straight, including 5 of their last 6 on the road. Minnesota's gone over in 9 of their last 11 games, but Kansas City's been a solid under here for sure. 7 straight unders for Kansas City, including 5 straight unders here at home. I'm going under here in this one with Minnesota and Kansas City with that total down here to 8. Probably going to be a premium on the win club, but I'm going to have to go under here right now. Idaho State and New Mexico. We're seeing some steam here to the over in this one with Idaho State and New Mexico. A steam to the over here. It was 61.5, but now we're seeing this one go even higher up to 62.5 here with Idaho State and New Mexico. Steam to the over here right now on the Morning Steam Show. There we go. I found it. And, 62.5 right now. All right, a few more here. We're almost done with the Morning Steam Show. Next up, going to be Houston taking on Texas. Good pitching matchup here. Hunter Brown taking on Jake DeGrom. DeGrom, $1.15. And the total, 7 under 15. And why wouldn't it be? We're in Texas after all with a hot pitching matchup. So the point spread collide here, if you will, with these two. For the Brown here, 2.34 ERA, 1.0 WHIP, 199. Batting average against for the Rangers and DeGrom, 2.69 ERA, 0.91 WHIP. I don't think there's any other way I could go here is, to come in on the under once again in a Texas game. This one feels like it has 2-1 written all over it. Give me the under with Houston and Texas. Some comments coming in here on this one. SF Niner says, look at this. I mean, I went under and what is he saying now? The total. Yes. Oh, does he mean yesterday on that one? All right. Robert likes the under here in this one. Right, SF Niner. It's like you got to go back and do everything all over again. Sooners and parlay for name born and born here. Twisted leaning under. Jimmy's going under. Robert's going under. We're all going under. It's going to be 2-1 tonight. Let's call exact score. Let's call exact score line 2-1 Texas, you guys. I'm going to take it both. Maybe a little parlay here. You know how we kind of wing it a little bit on the baseball here. We get to this time of year. I'll go 2-1. Final score: Texas over Houston. I guess that would be a premium, though, wouldn't it, on the under? That would be that's a premium, all right. Mariners taking on the Braves here with Miller going up against Waldrop. Man, how about Waldrop and his numbers right now? And the Braves, they've had a little bit of resurgence. Waldrop, 4-0 so far in 5 starts. They've won all 5 of his starts. 101 ERA. Miller, 5.71 ERA and close to 6 on the road. Hey, it is official, guys. I know we mentioned it earlier, but Ryan Williams, he is definitely out today for Alabama with a concussion. That just confirmed here. I think it already was confirmed, but they're sending it out on the line service. Probably momentarily. I imagine you'll hear a critical notice here momentarily, giving us that information on Alabama's Ryan Williams. He's going to be out today, it looks like, for the Crimson Tide. All right, for Seattle and Atlanta here, let's see what you guys got in this one, and I'll make my call here with these two. And yeah, I mean, Waldrop's been very, very solid here. Look at this price. Is it really $1.45 right now? Oh, no. It's a discount. It's $1.30 or lower here. The action's actually a little bit on the Mariners. They've been dreadful on the road. I mean, what's going on here? Who's actually taking the Mariners on the road here?
Steam play.
Chattanooga and Tennessee Tech. We're seeing some steam to the under here with UTC and Tennessee Tech. It was 49, but now we're seeing it go down here to 48 with Chattanooga and Tennessee Tech. Steam to the under here in that one. All right, I got to keep it going here, and show's going to be over here momentarily. We will have some CFL coming up in a moment. That's probably how we're going to wrap up the show. All right, Mariners and Braves here. Let's see what you have in this one with Seattle, with Atlanta down to $1.25 or even lower here right now. Total, though, is pretty much a 9 there, and I got to go over in this one with Seattle and Atlanta. I think Atlanta's going to put up a big number here actually today. Penn State quarterback Kritza is questionable here. That one just into the high-speed sports wire. Red Sox, and we're skipping the Padre game. They're just such a big, their favorite here on the road are the Padres. So that was one I ended up skipping here a little bit. Let me see if I can't get my play out there though. Anyways,
Critical notice.
there it is. There's the Ryan Williams notice coming in here right now. He is out of this game today against Louisiana Monroe. I mean, they should still have enough to hopefully beat Monroe. These Crimson Tide here. Okay. Let's see here. Anyways, Red Sox and Arizona. We skipped the Padre game today. Padres got to win, man. I know Chargers won. The Padres couldn't get it done yesterday. They got shut out in Colorado. That's utterly ridiculous. All right, some steam coming in here right now. North Carolina A&T and Central Florida. Steam to the over in this one with NCAT. The Aggies today. Steam here to the over in this one. It was 49.5, and right now we're up to 51. It looks like here with North Carolina A&T and Central Florida. Steam to the over in this one. All right, here we go. Red Sox on the road with Giolito. Giolito comes in here with currently a 3.38 ERA, 270 batting average against. Giolito's 10-2 this season. The Red Sox are 16-6 with Giolito on the mound, and not only that, they're only $1.20 or so. Here it's even down to $1.15 at some spots. 9 under 15 seems like pretty good value here for Boston. Awkward game there certainly last night, but probably willing to try them here despite the loss. I'll take Boston here on the show. I had kind of a premium there, super high roller premium yesterday. Let me back it down here a little bit, and I'll just take Boston as my free play today. Oh, I missed your comments in the chat. Let me catch up there a little bit. SF Niners said Joker got rocked in that game. Yeah, but looked good in that first set. He's probably reached. He's going to head down now. You got to wonder how long he'll be willing to hang out. I think he wants to see his kid. He wants his kids to see him play. So I think that he'd like to win a title somewhere with his kids in attendance. So I imagine he'll keep going here for a little while until it just can't be done anymore. Braves team total over for Fernando. Twisted's on the Red Sox.
System play.
I'll have to see here. Thanks, Twisted. Yeah, we're going. You know what? We'll smooth out the Saturday show. Obviously, with college football, I'm just getting started here for the season, and maybe a little rough around the edges here, but at least we give out lots of information, actionable betting information, like this steam move coming in right now between East Tennessee State and Tennessee. Steam to the over here in this one. It was 56.5. We're up to 57.5 right now here with East Tennessee State and Tennessee. Am I losing my voice already? And we got to do a full-on show here later. Robert's on the over here. 9 Legacy says Red Sox money line. One more here to go. And oh, no, that's it. I'm not doing the A's game. We're skipping the A's game. Let's go quickly to the CFL, and the show's going to be over. Tiger Cats and Alouettes here today. How about it? A triple header here in this CFL, so we definitely got to cover these here with the Ticats on the road against the Owls, favored by 3. What a finish last night for the Red Blacks. What a comeback, huh? Terrific comeback there yesterday. Hey, Iowa running back Brevin Dahl and wide receiver Jarrett Blue just in here on the high-speed sports wire injury report here for Iowa. We're seeing Iowa, those players are downgraded to out here today. Iowa missing a running back and a wide receiver in that game against Iowa State. You know, Iowa brought in a quarterback, championship quarterback, for Iowa. This, probably one of the better quarterbacks they've had in several years. 2-time champion there, I believe. Oh, all right. Let me get my CFL plays in here real quick. And Hamilton taking on Montreal here with Hamilton on the road. 3-point favorite against Montreal in this one. I think they probably can do it today the way Hamilton's going. And I don't mind them here. But I think more so, I like the over. Kind of like both. So give me Hamilton here on the road, laying the 3 points. I'll take Hamilton in that matchup with Montreal. Let me see. It's mostly 3 and 52. I'll take Hamilton here in this one. Also, Saskatchewan. Got some more steam here. It's on Utah. Utah was a 41.5-point favorite, but now they are up to 43 here in this one. Utah against Cal Poly. Steam on Utah went from 41.5 up to 43 here right now with Utah. All right, Syracuse wide receiver Emmanuel Ross is questionable. Wide receiver Darius Johnson is out. Wide receiver Jonte Cook is probable. He'll get in there today with those wide receiver injuries. All right, Rough Riders and Blue Bombers here in this one. The Bombers are favored at home by 1.5 here, and the total 52.5. Man, I like Winnipeg in this one. Give me Winnipeg here over Saskatchewan. Hopefully we got the chat here. No, nothing. I was hoping Nuke was still around to get his plays in the CFL, but no problem. All right, and one more here with Calgary taking on Edmonton here in this one. And Calgary, man, I got like Calgary to rock actually here. I think Calgary is going to. I got Calgary to smash here today. Give me Calgary on the road, and I'll lay. I think it's 6.5 right now. It says 6 on the screen there, but 6.5 now and 50. All right. That's going to do it. The Morning Steam Show is over right now. We'll get a drawing going. If you want more plays from me, I've already got 9 plays up. If you subscribe right now, even if you just went for today for $3, I've got all my UFC, every fight prediction is in there. I've also have 9 plays in college football today, and I'm going to be coming with another late package as well. So if you want to get all my plays tonight here in UFC, coming up in just 1 hour with the guys, check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon, and you get all my plays. How about SF9er says, how about Anisimova
Final.
today in the championship match here? Can she upset Sabalenka? I don't know. Sabalenka's looking pretty sharp too. Thanks, everybody. And we're going to do the drawing here in just a moment. I'm going to rest my voice. I got another show to go, a couple more shows to go. So let's run the commercial and then do the drawing.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, ready to do the drawing? Yeah, I need some water. I need some pancakes. I need everything, but we got to do more shows here today and get ready for our sports betting day. Join us in 1 hour with our coverage of UFC Fight Night from Paris. We're on in the early hours, and the one thing the guys love about that is, hey, we get off the air early. Or we get done kind of early. Let's see here. I'm trying to do the drawing, and I can't even get rid of the graphics here. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Use the promo code WINNER if you win this drawing. Get my plays for free today. Get my UFC right now. Get my college football 9-pack, and I'll have more plays as well in Major League Baseball and more. Fernando Mendoza. Thank you, Fernando, for everything you've done for me over the years. Great plays, great information. Really appreciate you, Fernando, as always. All right, that's going to do it for the morning's team. Make sure you join me in 30 minutes over on the Nuke the House channel. I'll have more college football previews, including that Iowa State game and more. Check me out over at Nuke the House here in 30 minutes, and then I'll be back with the guys in 1 hour for UFC coverage there. I might just file in a few minutes after that, but get ready for the coverage here on the Sports Money Network for UFC Fight Night. You have 30 minutes. Go check out First Strike, and then maybe squeeze in some UFC, some VB MMA picks. You can even wait on that one because mostly the main card there on that. All right, for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Cash, then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. Ramon Scott, sports money. What?